Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do One Piece episode 560 review. Now, before I get started, look down below for the preview of One Piece episode 561, the Facebook fan page, and the actual episode of One Piece 560 in the description down below. Now, let's get started, because this episode overall, it's okay. You know, like, it's okay. It wasn't too spectacular. The main real gripe, like, the main real issue that I have with this episode is that it's called Luffy versus Hody. And it's like, where is that? You know, it's like Luffy did like one fucking move. And Hody was more focused on Vanderdecken than to be, you know, focusing on Luffy. So, I mean, like, these two, period, did not have a fight. It was basically Luffy did a snake shot, grabbed his, you know, grabbed his chest, and, you know, and then he, like, let go of Shirahoshi, and that was it. In fact, a majority of the stuff took place in the plaza back in Fishman Island. When we're seeing Wadasume, he gets, influenced by Zeo to work for him. And then we see Zoro and Hyuzo. Yo, that shit was good. That shit was good when, like, Hyuzo was, like, eating energy steroids. And what shocked me was that, like, they gave Hyuzo, like, mad speed. Like, they gave him, like, mad speed. Like, he was white-haired and shit. And then he was like, let me cut somebody. Like, he was going all over the place. Just killing dudes. So, I mean, that was cool. But then again, at the same time, the animation, like when Hyuzo was like going like all over the place and shit, the animation was good yet bad. It was good when he did the vanishing motion, but then it was bad when he would like stay there and like it would be like all sloppy and shit. Just like swords everywhere. It's like, what's going on? But overall, the animation was okay. The pacing was okay. The title is really like, you know, well, there's no real Hody versus Luffy fight, so the title is kind of misleading. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's okay. It's overall, the episode was okay. It could have been a lot better, but overall, it is okay. So, that being said, let me get started with the actual summary. So, basically, it starts off with Hody Jones. He had just finished stabbing Vanderdecken, and what happens is that Decken grabs his shoulder, and then he marked him. He throws an axe, but Hody Jones seems not to care at all, talking all this smack and shit. And then Vanderdecken, he goes in for the kill with like these two blades attached to his leg. Goes for like a dual stab. Misses because Hody Jones like right in the middle of that shit. And yeah, right in the middle. Yeah, I'm an idiot, alright? But basically he's right in the middle of that shit. And then he grabs his leg with his shark jaw, and then he directs the flying axe towards Vanderdecken. He gets cut, and then Vanderdecken falls down Noah. And right here, like we see him falling down, and Noah is like it took him a fucking while. It took him a good long while to reach like the middle portion of the ship. I was like, whoa. So, you know, like, pretty damn big shit. And then Hody Jones decides to go for Shirahoshi, since he's a nice guy. And he will take over Vanderdecken in killing Shirahoshi. So he blitzes forward, he blazes past Manboshi and Ryuboshi, and then Shirahoshi, you know, like she's swimming away and shit. And Hody Jones is going like hypersonic in the fucking water and shit. He's just blasting and shit. He grabs her hair, because now that he has consumed the energy steroids, he is faster than a mermaid in water, which we all know that the fastest creatures in the water in the One Piece world are the mermaids. Well, Hody Jones defies that logic, because he had the energy steroids. So he grabs her hair, he spins his thing, about to go for the kill, then Hody! You know, like, like Luffy's, you know, like, because Luffy's voice actor is a girl, so it's really high pitched. And then, you know, like, we go, and then we see Fukaboshi, he passes by Manboshi, Ryuboshi, and then Luffy goes for the snake shot, which was kind of funny, because his thing, you know, his arm extends and shit, and then it kind of like wiggles around, grabs the dude's chest, and Hody's like, ah! He's like, ah! You know, all that shit. And basically, He lets go. He lets go, and they go to the plaza section. And the plaza right now, some pretty cool shit's going on. It basically starts off with what's his name? Wadasume, yeah. And Wadasume, he's crying like Undertaker. He left me here to die and shit. Zeo convinces Wadasume to work for him, gives him the energy steroid. Wadasume is big as shit. Wadasume is like 400 meters. I was like, okay. So, Wadasume, 400 meters, pretty damn fucking big creature, all of a sudden gets, like, running speed, red as shit, angry as fuck, after eating one energy steroid. He's like, yay, Undertaker, I'm sorry for doubting you and shit. And Zayo's like, that shit did not happen, but okay, whatever. And we see him run towards the Kraken, like perfect form and everything, like, fuck it, yeah. He's running towards the Kraken. Kraken's like, yeah. Goes for a swing. Wasume's like, fuck you. And then he punches him right in the chin. The Kraken goes flying the fuck back. And Usopp and Charo are like, what the fuck just happened? And then Jinbei. This shit was hot, son. And then Wadasume targets Jinbei with a freaking punch. With like a side punch. Like, yeah. And then Jinbei, not even facing Wadasume, to his back, man. Gojin Karate. 7,000 tile brick roundhouse kick. Okay? Spins around, roundhouse kicks Wadasume's hand, shockwave, and Wadasume's like, oh shit, that fucking hurt. And falls the fuck back down. Then the air pressure of him falling back down, since he is a 400 meter creature, he falls the fuck back down, and there's an air pressure. It blows Nami. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I should say. Let me just say it pushes Nami away. Okay, because blowing Nami. Okay, yeah. So basically, it pushes Nami away, and what happens is that Sanji's like, oh shit, oh no, that shit ain't gonna fly. So Sanji goes in there and he kicks the shit out of Wamasume. He's like, get the fuck up. And Wamasume's like, oh shit, I'm fucking up. So he gets up, and basically we're seeing the first matchup, and it's gonna be Sanji and Jinbei versus Wadasume. And that one you should really look forward to when it comes to the final techniques of both Jinbei and Sanji, because those two pull some very impressive shit when they finalize their Wadasume shit. And then we see a few things from Robin, because Robin was doing there was a lot of Robin time here. Robin was doing a few smacks with her giant hands and shit. And what happens here is that as this is all going on, Zoro is in combat with a few of these fishmen, and one of these random fishmen, some angler guy, and this, by the way, this was a filler fight. Some angler guy with a light bulb on his head, he combats Zoro, while Hyuzo is crunching, he is munching down on this giant plate of energy steroids. At some point, he goes Super Saiyan. He's like fucking, yeah, white hair and shit. And yeah, I've seen all the Super Saiyan 5 pictures and shit with the Goku and the white hair. Well, Hyuzo's rocking the white hair. I'm just saying. Yeah, relax, okay, relax. Take it easy. Well, basically, he's rocking the white hair. He's now transformed, just like Horny Jones, and he proceeds to dismantle and, basically cut down anyone in his way. Because now he's excited. He wants to kill some dudes. He wants to cut some people, and he is doing so. Whether it's friend or foe, if you're in Hyuzo's way, you will get cut down. And Hyuzo, by the way, is no slouch. I don't think he's a slouch, because Hyuzo, before we see him enter the plaza with the rest of the Fisherman Pirates, we see him cut an entire stadium into pieces and shit, an entire stadium into pieces. So Hyuzo is clearly, when it comes to fishmen, he is a top-notch swordsman. And now that he's energy steroids, he's even stronger. So he proceeds to go in there, thrashing and shit. He's thrashing and warping, thrashing and warping, and then finally he gets to Nico Robin. He's like, me, skate that, and he goes in there yeah, with the two swords and shit, and then here comes fucking Zoro. And this picture was hot, because Zoro blocks his sword attack, Hyuzo was like, and like doing dumb shit. And the thing is that Zoro, because after Zoro beats the angler guy, pretty cool shit, he, saves Robin. And the thing here is that Zoro and Hyuzo look like legitimate demons. Like seriously, like Hyuzo with the red eyes and shit, looking really demonic. And then there's just Zoro. And, Zoro, like his eyes, like his right eye, looked like straight up demonic. Like the dude was about to go straight up Ashra. Like, fuck you, nigga. Like seriously, like I can't, I can't wait to see Ashra now. Fuck, man, I want to see Ashra so bad. But basically, Zoro looking like a demon, Hyuzo looking like a demon, and now we're seeing these two demons confront each other, and that's going to be fight number 2, which is going to be Zoro against Hyuzo. And then we go back to the Luffy and Hody Jones confrontation in the water. And what happens is that Luffy's like, well, my attacks are weak underneath the water. Hody talks more smack, and then says, well, you can't protect anything. And then Luffy's like, no, we've been trained for 2 years, so we can protect motherfuckers. And that right there is the end of the episode. So overall, in my opinion, this episode, even though it was exciting in a lot of parts, like for example, the G-Mid roundhouse kick, the like Zoro and Hyuzo, the two demons going at each other and shit. So that was pretty cool right there, pretty exciting. But overall, it was okay. Because the pacing, it was a little slow at some point in time. And again, the title is like, what the fuck, Luffy versus Hody. But it's like, he only did like one fucking thing. And the animation, in my opinion, could have been a lot better at some parts. So overall, it's going to get an okay. It was exciting at some parts here and there. But overall, I'm going to give it an okay. It could have been a lot better. So, that being said, King of Lightning, and I'll see you guys later. Be sure, of course, to rate, comment, subscribe. Once again, look down below for the preview of One Piece episode 561, the Facebook fan page, the actual episode of One Piece 560, all down below. So, I'll see you guys later. Rate, comment, subscribe. Peace. Signing off.